Admiral Impeach's Iron Fist pasta sauce. The sauce that conquers continents. You ever eat a bowl of rigatoni and think, this could use more global domination? Well, now you can, with Admiral Impeach's Iron Fist pasta sauce, made from real tomatoes grown in embargo zones and simmered down with top-secret military spices. One bite? Boom, you'll be planning invasions from your kitchen table. Features. Explosive flavor, detonates on your tongue like a 50-megaton meatball. Classified ingredients, even the FDA ain't cleared to know what's in it. Battle-tested recipe, perfected on submarines, backrooms, and meetings that never made the papers. Mikey the Hammer. I put this sauce on my steak once, the steak tapped out. Nick Palermo. I spilled a jar on my shirt and 3 guys declared me their capo. Lopez. Legally, I gotta say don't buy it, but unofficially, best damn sauce I ever used to bribe a judge. Special offer. Order 2 jars today and get a complimentary ceasefire breadsticks. They'll stop any argument in its tracks. Admiral Impeach's Iron Fist pasta sauce. This ain't Nonna's recipe, unless Nonna ran Black Ops.
Mugs, what the fuck you doing in there, you prick?
Analyzing Evil, Colonel Nathan R. Jessup, The Psychology of Power, Pride, and the Poison of Righteousness. A Bambi's Twisted Tales and Pizzaverse Studios production. The creation of a commander. There's a special kind of man the system builds when it wants control. Not leadership, not vision. Control. Colonel Nathan R. Jessup was that man. A soldier sculpted by order, sharpened by hierarchy, and hardened by fear. He was raised on the gospel of obedience, taught that morality ends where command begins. Jessup believed in the chain of command like it was scripture. He didn't see it as structure, he saw it as truth. To him, questioning authority was chaos, and chaos was death. In his world, rules were oxygen. Without them, everything suffocated. But here's the problem. When a man becomes the embodiment of the system, he stops being human. He becomes a symbol, and symbols don't feel guilt. That's how evil starts, not with hatred, but with certainty. Jessup didn't wake up evil. He woke up convinced he was right. The poison of righteousness. Jessup's philosophy was simple. Order is everything. He believed the mission justifies the means, always. He wasn't corrupted by greed, he was corrupted by faith in his own virtue. He believed fear maintained order, that control preserved peace, that his brutality kept the world safe. That's the psychology of the righteous oppressor. He commits sins he don't even recognize as sins. Every code read, every silenced subordinate, every lie told in the name of security. He calls that loyalty, patriotism, honor. The truth is, Jessup don't see people. He sees gears in a machine that can't afford to jam. And when one breaks, like Private Santiago, Jessup's answer is maintenance, not mercy. You fix the problem by removing it. Permanently. That's not hatred. That's moral disengagement. When a man distances himself so far from empathy, he starts believing cruelty is kindness. That's the poison of righteousness. It don't come from evil hearts. It comes from clean consciences that stopped questioning themselves. The walls we build, When Jessup says, "We live in a world that has walls and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns," he ain't making a speech, he's confessing. He's telling the truth about his worldview. He believes in walls because walls give him purpose. Without them, he's just another man. With them, he's the last line between civilization and chaos. Walls keep out the enemy, but they also keep out accountability. They hide what happens behind them, the orders, the abuse, the silence. And Jessup's built those walls not just around his base, but around his mind. Inside that fortress, morality don't exist. Only efficiency does. He don't see the system as flawed. He sees himself as flawless. That's the delusion of command. Once a man starts believing his authority is morality, there ain't no line he won't cross. The Code Red Creed. Jessup's Code Red wasn't a rogue act. It was tradition, the kind of dirty secret the institution pretends not to know. He believed that discipline comes through fear, not understanding, and when that fear fails, punishment restores the balance. In his mind, Santiago wasn't murdered. He was corrected. His death was a necessary evil, which is just a fancy way of saying Jessup turned justice into convenience. But the deeper truth, Jessup doesn't kill because he enjoys power. He kills because he fears losing it. Every tyrant, every dictator, every corrupt general, they're all driven by the same disease, the terror of irrelevance. He'd rather rule a fortress of silence than serve in a democracy of truth, because in his mind, freedom is dangerous. Freedom means people start thinking for themselves, and if people start thinking, men like Jessup lose control. The courtroom reckoning. That courtroom scene ain't a meltdown, it's a sermon. When Kaffee pushes him, when he screams, "You can't handle the truth." That's not rage, that's revelation. He's exposing the moral rot under the medals. He's proud of what he did. He ain't confessing a crime, he's declaring his creed. He truly believes the world can't survive without men like him. That's the narcissism of power. The conviction that if you were to disappear, the whole structure would collapse. He's not fighting for justice. He's fighting to preserve his self-image. In psychological terms, this is what they call narcissistic martyrdom. The belief that your suffering, your cruelty, your corruption are noble sacrifices no one else could understand. Jessup doesn't think he's guilty. He thinks he's betrayed. He did the dirty work the world needed, and now that same world wants to punish him for it. That's the paradox of every fallen tyrant. They confuse exposure with injustice. The system that made him. Here's the truth that stings. Jessup ain't the disease. He's the symptom. He's what happens when an institution rewards silence more than integrity. He didn't invent the Code Red. The culture did. He didn't build the wall. The system handed him the bricks. He just built it higher, thicker, and called it protection. Evil like his don't grow in chaos. It grows in order. It thrives in clean uniforms, polite titles, and rigid hierarchies. It survives because good men stay quiet, because everyone says, "That's just how it's done." Every empire that's ever fallen, Rome, the Church, the Bureau, the Corps, they all had their Jessups. Men who loved rules more than people, men who mistook obedience for honor. That's the real villain here, the culture that tells men like him they're heroes and tells the rest of us to respect the chain of command. The fall of a false god. When Jessup loses it on the stand, it ain't justice that breaks him, it's his own reflection. The mirror finally cracks. For the first time, he ain't Colonel Jessup. He's just Nathan, a scared, angry man who can't believe the system he worshipped turned its back on him. But even in defeat, he clings to pride. He never apologizes. He never doubts. He'll die believing he was right. That's how dangerous conviction can be. It turns evil into legacy. His downfall ain't heroic. It's inevitable. Because men like Jessup can't live in a world that questions them. And once their truth gets exposed, they collapse under the weight of their own arrogance. The verdict of history. Jessup thought he was defending freedom. Turns out he was imprisoning it. He thought he was saving lives. Turns out he was sacrificing them to his own ego. His sin wasn't hatred, it was certainty. And certainty's the deadliest poison there is. Once you believe you're the only one who can protect the world, you'll destroy it in the name of saving it. Jessup didn't lose because he was wrong. He lost because he couldn't imagine being wrong. That's the curse of power. It don't corrupt overnight. It convinces you you're incorruptible. And that's what makes Jessup timeless. Every generation's got its own version. The politician who says, "I know what's best." The boss who says, "Trust me." The general who says, "You need me on that wall." The truth we can handle. Jessup's story ain't just a courtroom drama. It's a mirror. It shows us what happens when loyalty outruns morality, when silence becomes survival, and when the good guys start sounding like villains who just dress better. We can handle the truth. We just got to have the guts to face it. Because truth don't wear a uniform. It don't salute. It don't beg for permission. The most dangerous man in the world ain't the one holding the gun. It's the one you stopped questioning. This was a Bambi's Twisted Tales and Pizzaverse Studios production, where we don't salute power, we dissect it. Where we peel back the medals and expose the monsters underneath. So subscribe, stay sharp, and remember, in this world of walls and whispers, you don't protect freedom by building fences. You protect it by telling the truth. You can handle it. Now go demand it. Thanks for watching.
Today I decided to not give you bitches a second of time for the rest of my life. I'll be goddamned if I put in the work and I don't get the credit to fucking suffice. I've been too humble too much of my life, cutting them off so I'm measuring twice. Cause this time I mean it, I'm still fucking bleeding. Bitch, there was better way to hand me the knife. Like boy, little Snowy, 40 is on me. Half of these idiots dumb as a brick. Swear I won't use it when all up on YouTube. I aim with the 45 fucking intense. Imagine if no soul and whip with the 10. Imagine if I finally wanted to quit. Imagine if this industry took the life out of bitch and all I got is fucking revenge. Who would I ride on if I'm about to call it? I think my fans know a couple of names. I know some 5-figure checks that I've written and can't say a word cause I bitch NDA'd. Call on my lawyers cause I keep them paid, but this ain't some shit that my lawyers could save. Cause if I do go out, I'm going out strong and I'll leave y'all a note with the key to the safe. That all of the friends that I lost, I was talking shit all on the net. All of apologize, all of them know that I fucking invented them, never forget. I never went out in public to vent. I know exactly what I represent. And any little bitch that was that quick to switch up, all of you deserve what the fuck you gon' get. How does it feel when you look at your fans and you know that you'll lose them if I ever talk? If I ever pull out receipts or some video, shorty, I bet you piss in your drawers. Oh, you little bitch ass, silly never shit ass, fickle ass, flip flop, blind ass hoe. You should thank God with like every breath that I ain't talk my shit cause I stuck to the code. But ain't I hit you up directly, tell you that you best be treading real carefully, bitch. Bitch, don't you forget we still got a debt. See, I'ma collect my shit. If you got a question, I got an answer. Ain't I keep the same line? All that boo-hoo shit on the net was a clout chase. Them lies are so tired. Yo, I just noticed everybody that don't fuck with me fucks with each other. It's like a fucking union of dumbass people. Hey, but I'm coming back for my money though, I'm not playing, bitch.